not a gamer. And I know nothing about Zelda. The only game I ever played is Stardew Valley and a short hike. Probably this wasn't a good idea. Monsters scare me. Puzzles confuse me. And heights terrify me. So, my mission was to reach Kakariko Village, but things didn't go as I expected. Ay! Skeletons with huge weapons! Ah! I managed to hide behind some rocks, trying to figure out what to do. I needed to find a place to sleep. The night was too scary. I found some birds. They were flying in the sky. Wait. They're not birds! They are bats! Ah! Skeletons again! This is horrible! This is too much for me. I started looking for a campfire, but no luck. There was nothing, so I just waited until morning arrived. I spotted a cave along the way. However, I was too scared to go inside. I kept walking until I saw a shrine. There was something suspicious on the rocky wall, so I stayed away and ran into the shrine. This place had fans blowing wind. I love how it moved my hair. I used my paraglider to reach a chest, which had an amber inside. The next section had a giant abyss, but I went for it anyway. The next fan was even worse. I can't believe I actually made it. I got a new orb. I left the shrine feeling victorious. Actually, no, I was still terrified. The bridge caught my attention, so I made my way there. A person! I couldn't believe it! His name was Brigo. He was keeping watch over the guardian, making sure he didn't move. What? They moved? And they chased him! Phew, thankfully it wasn't this guardian. It was another one, closer to the castle. I'm gonna stay here. It was getting dark, so I used a nearby campfire to sleep until morning.
Ganon's power grows. By its glow, the aimless spirits of monsters slain in the name of the light return to flesh.
What? I woke up right next to my friend and asked him for directions to Kakariko Village. He told me to ask at the nearby stable, on the other side of the dueling pigs. That thing! Why? None of this sounds good. Anyways, I pushed through my fear and started heading towards that creepy place. I tried to avoid the bokoblins and kept closer to the forest, where I came across a traveler. His name was Jiro. He was a traveling merchant. I could sell stuff to him. I sold him a couple of meals. I used the money to buy 5 arrows. I started gathering mushrooms from around the area. I figured I could cook them and make some money. I used my torch to light the cooking pot and cook dish after dish. Honestly, I could do this all day. Continuing my journey, I spotted a tower in the distance, but I had to find a way to cross the river. It was a lot of water. I tried to think about the safest way to cross. I was terrified of swimming. No. Okay, second attempt. I made it! What is that? Someone was throwing rocks at me. That scared the life out of me. Phew. I finally reached the tower, and now I had to face my other greatest fear, heights. Very slowly, I started climbing upward. I stopped at every spot to rest, taking a good look at the view. Thankfully, I managed to make it to the top. I placed my tablet on the pedestal and revealed the region map. This also unlocks a shrine sensor. It makes a sound whenever I'm looking at a shrine. I was afraid that it would get dark soon, so I jumped off the tower looking to find my merchant friend. Skeletons! It was horrible! A new creature! Spirit things at me! Bats! My heart jumped out of my chest. I managed to climb onto a ledge and stood still, without moving an inch, hoping nobody would see me. I think I lost him. Eventually, I was able to find my friend again. But the campfire was off! No! You gotta be kidding me. I'm stranded out here. I have nothing to light it with. It just keeps getting worse. I sat down next to my friend. I don't know why he looked so happy. Look at his face. Look at that smile. Meanwhile, I'm over here having a crisis, and he's just chilling. I spent hours sitting there, waiting for the daylight. Finally, at 5 a.m., the guy decides to stand up and then sit down in front of the campfire. What are you waiting for? Light the fire! Anyway, it was time to keep going. Along the way, some slime monsters managed to scare me again. Back at the river, I found a strange flower. It disappeared as I got close. It was guiding me somewhere. My first attempt didn't go well, but on the second, turns out it was a Korok. It gave me a new seed. I got hit in the face with a rock. Who is doing that? I ran away as fast as possible when suddenly I came across a mineral. It was just another amber. Right after, I noticed some creatures swimming in the river. I wanted to avoid any fights, so I pulled out my bow to see if I could finish them from afar. Unfortunately, they were too far away. Okay, plan B. Run! I sprint as fast as possible, hoping they wouldn't notice. And they didn't. I was so happy, but that wasn't the worst part. Now, there was a goblin camp right in front of me. I grabbed a spear that was lying on the ground, and while trying to equip it, I whistled! I pressed the wrong button! No! I can't believe it! I beat them! I did it! I won a boomerang as a reward. I also grabbed a new shield and weapons. Even the goblin guts, you! My favorite was this incredible sword, with 14 damage. After a quick nap, I finally escaped that horrible place and ran into a shrine, which was surrounded by spikes. There was a woman standing nearby. Her name was Sagesa. She taught me about elixirs. By mixing bugs with monster parts, I could make potions. She talked a lot, and I'm not sure if I understood everything. But she gave me a gift, a hasty elixir. Woohoo! I finally made it to the stable. Everything felt so peaceful here. The music, the cute horses, there was even a little chicken and a dog. I walked over to pet it. A little heart popped up. I love this game. I talked to the people here. One of them told me about the blood moon. Basically, it makes all monsters come back to life. Wonderful. This place was really cozy. I talked to a guy who charged 20 rupees for a regular bed and 40 for a soft one. I'm so broke. After speaking with some other people, I realized I could pick up chickens. But my favorite was the dog. I wanted to get some food, so I picked some apples nearby. Oh, so cute! He actually liked it. We're officially friends now. I talked to Renza next, who gave me some directions to Kakariko and Hateno village. Finally, I learned about wild horses. I could have one myself. First, I needed to catch one and bring it here, so I left the place. Before doing anything, I met Beetle, a merchant with a huge backpack. He sold all kind of special bugs, but I didn't have any money. It was time to get a horse. I slowly started sneaking toward them, but then some slimes spook everyone away. They are so annoying. Anyway, second attempt. Slowly, nice and easy. I did it! I had a new friend. I kept soothing him by giving him a pat, over and over. He was really nervous. Controlling him was a lot harder than I expected. It took a while, but I rode back to the stable. 20 rupees? What? I needed to pay to register him. Oh, I thought about selling some stuff to Beetle, but the horse controls were difficult. I ran him over. Eventually, I managed to talk to him, sold a bunch of meals, and then registered my new horse. I had to give him a name. Since I was really hungry, I decided to name him Cookie. No, Mr. Cookie. They gave him a saddle and everything. Woohoo! I began practicing horse riding. It was really difficult to get used to. Also, Mr. Cookie kept moving by himself. The controls were pretty hard to understand too, holding ZL and A. I gave Mr. Cookie some apples, and he liked it. This is my favorite part of the game, besides cooking of course. I spent the entire night riding, getting to know my new friend. Finally, I won't be alone anymore. I also discovered this cool jump. Slimes! I thought this place was peaceful. It was time to continue my mission, reaching Kakariko village. I went down the road, following the signs, until I met this huge guy. His name was Hestu, and he needed my help. Some monsters stole his maracas. Without them, he couldn't use his powers. My first side quest! Woohoo! The only problem, I was more scared of the monsters than him. I headed towards the location and climbed up the cliff. That way, the monsters couldn't see me. There were 3 blue bokoblins. Okay, first plan. Shoot arrows at them. They had no idea where I was. This was perfect. Until I ran out. Okay, plan B. Throwing bombs at them. So many explosions. I did it! I recovered the maracas! Gesto was really glad. I also gave him some korok seeds, and he started dancing. With this, I was able to increase my inventory. My first side quest completed, but it was getting dark, so I headed back to the stable and started cooking. I mixed some new ingredients, even the goblin guts, The next morning, I continued my journey to Kakariko. Along the way, I found a strange cube. I tried solving the puzzle over and over until I remember magnesis. I used my power to move the cube. Ta-da! New korok seed! Woohoo! I gave it back to Gesto to watch my favorite dance again. Finally, I arrived. Kakariko Village! I made it. It was so beautiful. The music, the atmosphere. I absolutely love this place. I met with a little kid called Coco. She was trying to make veggie cream soup. I found a vegetarian friend! I even learned the recipe. She was missing a sweet carrot, but I told her I will find it. A new side quest. I continued exploring the town. I stumbled upon the local inn, but I didn't see any carrots. I did find some apples at one point, so I gave one to Mr. Cookie for getting me all the way here. I then met a couple of guards. They noticed my tablet and told me I was free to proceed. So I climbed the stairs to finally see this Lady Impa. Just outside the door, I met with Peya. The girl was really anxious. She called me a hero, and they've been waiting for me for years.
You remember me, don't you?
I don't remember anything. Impa told me that Zelda placed me into a sacred slumber while she went to face Ganon. Zelda also left a message for me, but to hear it, I needed to be prepared to risk my life. Just to see what happens, I said yes. A long cutscene began, telling the story of the evil Ganon and the divine beasts. Free the 4 divine beasts! She marked the 4 locations on my map and told me to meet each leader to bring the divine beast back to our side. Impa also said my tablet wasn't complete. I needed to go to Hateno village and visit the lab to fix it. Oh, sorry, I have to go cook some carrots. Anyway, I went into the clothing shop where I checked out the outfits. 60 rupees for a hood? 90! 700! What? That's so expensive! I then spoke to a man who lost his hookahs. They were his emotional support chickens. I needed to find them all across town. Eventually, I entered a new shop where I could actually buy carrots. I sold the bokoblin guts and got the swift carrot. While I was looking for Coco, I met a painter. He told me about a great fairy near the village, which granted special powers. Next, I spoke with a farmer, who decided to give me a carrot for free. After that, I ran into Coco again, but I wasn't able to complete her quest, so I just followed her. She sat down right next to her dad. It was so sweet. Her father told me there was a shrine right above the hill. As I went up the hill, I found another cuckoo. Only one was left now. I searched further uphill and found a completely new place, specifically this giant fruit thing. I was terrified, but I approached it slowly. Then a voice came from inside. It was the great Fairy Kotera. She lost her power and needed rupees. 100! I only have 4. On my way back, I passed by the shrine again. This time, I finally got the courage to go inside. There was a chest containing a shield and another with a sword. But then...
No!
A robot! The game told me to use side hop. I jumped from one side to the other, but I wasn't sure what to do. The robot was too scary. Thankfully, he stayed still. I kept trying to figure it out. I wasn't sure how to make it work until... I did it! Okay, backflip was next. I still didn't get how to lock on the enemy. Sometimes it didn't work. I also kept crouching by mistake. But I took a deep breath and tried to get used to the shield. And then... Woohoo! It took a while, but I also made my first parry, and finally the charge attack. I did it! Phew! there's no way I'm gonna remember this. Nonetheless, I got a new orb. Yay! Now it was time to find the last chicken. Along the way, I stole a farming hoe that actually had pretty decent damage. I searched everywhere until I finally saw it. It was on top of a really tall roof, and since it was raining, I kept sleeping every time. I thought about sleeping for a while, so I went inside a random house. There was an empty bed, but I couldn't get on it. I jumped from every angle, but nothing. Thankfully, after a while, the rain went away, so I got up and grabbed Cuckoo. I loved that I could fly in the air with it. The bad news, the man wasn't here anymore. I visited his place and found a wall full of drawings. It was amazing. While I waited for him, I managed to give Coco her sweet carrot. She gave me the soup as a reward. To celebrate, I gave Mr. Cookie something to eat. And this happened! No, he fell! Mr. Cookie was trapped in the water. I whistled, but he couldn't climb. I felt so bad. I had no idea what to do. I even tried using my ice power over and over, and it made it worse. He was drowning. I jumped down. I thought I could help him there, but no, so I decided to stay with him until our final moments together. Wait, I'm back? No, he's still there. Okay, maybe sleeping fix it? No, poor Mr. Cookie. He was still stuck. Okay, I'm going to find him. Wait for me, Mr. Cookie. The road felt so lonely without him, and to make it even worse, it was pouring rain. I whistled and whistled, but Mr. Cookie never showed up. Oh, right, I have to talk to the stable guy. I'm sorry, Mr. Cookie. I promise I'd take care of you. I can't believe he threw himself off a cliff over an apple. Alright, it's time to go to Hateno village. The way there was stressful. This place was full of guardians.
No.
I was terrified. Why is everything so scary? The bokoblin jump scared me. I hate them. Finally, I made it to Hateno village. I love the music here, the cozy vibes, the nice people. It was my favorite place so far, except for these two ladies. Alright. As I explored the town, I discovered the local dye shop. For 20 rupees, I could change the color of my equipment. I took my time looking at every little detail. There was even a nice little area for cooking. After talking with the locals, I decided to climb a hill and discover this beautiful view. I could see the entire town. I continued following the path up the mountain, picking every apple I could find for Mr. Cookie. The sign said some strange things. I was pretty nervous. I had no idea what I was getting into, but I went inside the building anyway. This place was so cute. I love the music. I talked to a little girl named Pura. Actually, she was the director of this place. I told her I didn't remember who she was. Turns out, she was the one who put me in the Shrine of Resurrection 100 years ago. She also offered to repair my Sheikah slate, which was incomplete. But first, I needed to run an errand for her. The mission was to bring a blue flame all the way here. I found the strange furnace and used my Boko club to carry the fire. The problem was, I had to cross a river, and jumping didn't work, so I tried again. This time, I threw the club. I also set everything on fire. Hey, at least that made it. From there, I turned all the lanterns on the path. My club broke! Thankfully, I had another one, so I relit the flame and keep going. Rain! Oh, I couldn't believe it.
Really?
At least all the lanterns stayed on. While I was waiting for the rain to stop, I went to check on Mr. Cookie. I didn't want to leave him soak, so I found him a nice spot under a roof. I was able to finish the mission. Woohoo! Now, the guidance stone was ready. I placed my tablet and... Camera! Yay! There's so much information! First, I took a picture of Pura. And of course, a good selfie. I love this thing. Pura told me that the photos in the camera were actually taken by Zelda, probably when we traveled together. I needed to talk to Impa to know more. She also said to bring any ancient materials to someone named Robbie, so I teleported back to Kakariko and showed the photos to Impa. Indeed, Zelda had taken them 100 years ago. If I could visit the place in the pictures, I might recover my lost memories. I needed to come back here after going to one of those locations. locations. I started looking through them. A few looked pretty familiar. I recognized the dwelling peaks and also the bridge. I was pretty sure it was the one I crossed at the beginning. On my way out, the painter asked me to take a picture of the Great Fairy. We walked together to the location, but he was too tired to keep going, so I went ahead to take the picture myself. The weird part was, it didn't work. The man didn't react to my picture. Maybe I'm doing something wrong? Probably. Anyways, I had a mission to complete. I tried searching for the bridge, so I teleported nearby. I was really scared of what I would find, so I practiced my new moves, just in case. I started searching for a while, until I stumbled upon a glowing light. It said, recall. Turns out it was another bridge. Oh well, it works.
See now why you would be the chosen one. What if you realized that you just weren't meant to be a fighter?
My first memory was unlocked. Things were going great.
Hey, no!
Ah! My first instinct was to run away, but this time I'm going to fight. For you!